Over the past decade, the isekai genre has become a desolate wasteland for the most generic garbage imaginable. Create the most basic main character possible, put them in the same medieval fantasy towns as previous 100 anime. Ooh, we got elf ladies. You said you got elf lady. Not all isekai are trash, however. Even today, a select few shows are able to take the dream of reincarnating into another world and make you feel the true wonder this premise presents. But even within these, it's the same shit. Ooh, Adventurers Guild. Ooh, magic circles. Ooh, we got elves again. Before a concept as broad and interesting as going to another world, many series just use that to make the same world. And that's where No Game No Life comes in. One of the OGs of isekai. If you've been in the anime community long enough, you've definitely heard of the show. Whenever a season 2 of an anime is announced, you can guarantee there's gonna be at least one No Game No Life fan in the comments fiending and begging for a season 2, just on all fours, just please, please. In all these years, I've never understood the love the show got. You want another season of No Game No Life? You mean the show whose first episode starts off by flashing an 11-year-old's panties at you while she proceeds to have vaguely incestual relations with her brother? But now since other anime that have been waiting for a season 2 just as long, if not longer, have finally started to get sequels, the possibility of No Game No Life season 2 is looking bright. So I finally decided to give into the hype in order to answer the question, is No Game No Life overrated? This is an anime about gamers, and it just so happens that our main characters are the best in the world. So good, in fact, that they can even beat cheaters. Despite being so skilled and well known in the gaming sphere, they've never done a face reveal, and that's when we finally get to meet them. Sora, the 18-year-old big brother, the ultra strategist, and Shiro, the 11-year-old who's introduced with the panty shop. Shiro is the brains of the two, the calculator, running numbers and predictions to let them always be 5 steps ahead of the enemy, and together they're known as blank. But that's what the joke. The two of them have communication disorders and have thus decided to stick to the unemployed lifestyle. Randomly, the two of them get an email from an unknown sender by someone who somehow knows that Blank is a pair of siblings, and in said email is a Discord link. No, Shiro, please don't do it. Don't go on Discord, Shiro. Don't, please trust me. Luckily for them, the link sends them to a chess game. Although it proves difficult, Sora and Shiro eventually come out on top. But who would have guessed? These niggas just played chess with God. Introducing Tet, the god of the world of Discord. He decided to bring Sora and Shiro to his realm under the guise of granting them a new life, but he's high-key just salty he got washed. This works to Blank's benefit though. While Earth was a world they felt unfit to live in, Discord is the complete opposite. It's a world where all violence is completely outlawed through Tet's godly authority, and everything must be solved through gaming. The rules of this world are absolute with Tet's power, and people for the most part cannot disobey the gaming agenda. The two of them find this to be true pretty quickly. Sora challenges the former king's granddaughter, Stephanie Dola, to a game of rock, paper, scissors. And after the win, Sora's request is for her to fall in love with him. Man, what the fuck? Freak ass boy. It's weird as fuck, I know, but let him cook. Through this wild ass request, they find out that whatever the winning party wants is granted true through the power of games. Steph instantly falls in love with Sora and tries to fight it with whatever brain power she has left, but Tet's rules run through the entire world, and Steph is now a fiend for the Frank. An interesting twist on the Tsundere gimmick. Now realizing that this sport truly does run off gaming, Sora and Shiro now have a goal: defeat all 16 nations and become the ultimate rulers in order to challenge Tet to a rematch. But it might not be as easy as they think. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I first tried to watch No Game No Life a few years back, the first episodes threw me off bad. The main character is an file sexual harasser, wicked ass combo. And real shit, it was just as strange to try to put that to the side during this watch. But after a few episodes, you really start to understand where the love for this show begins. The best thing that No Game No Life does is establish right off the bat that violence of any kind is not allowed. This one simple rule is what takes this anime to the next level in most aspects. Because while all other 2 billion isekai start us off with the overpowered generic MC, No Game No Life instantly cuts that thread and says, no, this is the big brain show. This is for the gamers. Me and all my niggas in the cut sucking penis cause we gamers. You feel me? It's kind of crazy in hindsight, because by immediately establishing that no violence is permitted, it really future-proofed itself. No Game No Life automatically stands out as one of the most unique isekai ever animated. Sora and Shiro are still OP just like any other isekai mains, but by making all their battles have to be mind games, separates them from all their contemporaries as completely different types of characters. Instead of generic cheesy-ass magic abilities, Sora and Shiro are forced to use the gaming noodle. They're forced to actually think and strategize, and make proper use of their knowledge from the past world. Blank is still broken as hell and needs to be patched for surely, but by making them achieve that status through different means than most other isekai protagonists, makes them stand the test of time against the entire genre. Something else that No Game No Life does right is setting. In a world filled with the samey, plain, boring isekai with the generic RPG towns, No Game No Life has arguably the most creative isekai world I've ever seen, with colors that splash across the screen and complement each other. Even the sky gives off the pure fantasy and excitement of a world based on games. Filled with wonder from the multicolored scenery to the game board architecture filled with chess pieces the size of towers, the world of No Game No Life is amazingly vibrant. I love how colorful it is. This board is super unique, not even just by isekai standards. Instead of the classic medieval gray, brown, and green, we get the full spectrum of color. And the red outline that all the characters have is also a nice little detail that kind of subconsciously makes you think, yeah, this is a different world type shit. And let's not forget about the animation. Although this is an isekai with no violence, No Game No Life still manages to have high-scale action set pieces. And with Prime Madhouse, this shit slaps ass. The final episode has our main cast going up against the Fairy Nation in a Galgun ripoff. But even in this silly-ass, goofy-ass scenario, this shit looks fire. And even outside of the action scenes, the show always looks great. With character movement so expressive you could guess their personality without hearing them, and with backgrounds that seem to be always moving and filled with life, it makes No Game No Life that much more immersive. And episode 6 especially is a visual masterpiece. And it was at that moment I started to believe the hype. But for all the good things No Game No Life does, especially as an isekai, it has its fair share of issues that hold it back from greatness. A handful of tomfoolery that made me struggle to focus completely on the high points of this series. While I did enjoy No Game No Life and believe it's one of the strongest isekai ever animated thus far, there are a lot of factors that prevent this series from reaching masterpiece status. First of all, let's start with characters. Sora is the older brother of Blank at 18 years old. For most of the series, he's pretty fine. We all love our big brain, mega mind. I came up with this plan before I was even born ass main characters. But what holds him back from being an all-time favorite is the fact that bro is a freak. Grade A freakazoid. Not only is he way too close to his sister, excuse me, stepsister, but he's a fucking weirdo to every woman in this anime. From the wolf girl Izuna to the goofy goober chef, bro's gonna do some oddball shit every episode. And it's unfortunate because Sora has moments where he could transform into a charismatic lead, but then he just sexually harassed the entire female cast and it's like, alright bro, never mind. And look bro, Monogatari is my favorite anime of all time, so trust me, if anyone knows how to overlook some freak shit and turn a blind eye in order to keep calling the main character the GOAT, it's me! Sora just doesn't have enough sauce to excuse overlooking his actions. Nagi might just be more freaky than Sora, but the difference is that Sora doesn't have any memorable traits other than being smart and being a Discord mod. Let's move on to our secondary main character, the younger half of Blank, Shiro. Now look, the term lolly comes packed with controversy. I'm fearing for my life even as I speak these words. A word that once referred to young girls is now being used to refer to 20-year-old women just because they're short and flat-chested. But at least most series have the courtesy to be like, nah bro, don't even trip, this is a 10,000-year-old vampire. And it's like, I don't know about that, but No Game No Life just rips the bandit off and says, nah, fuck it, Shiro is 11. Hey, yo. Whoa. First episode starts with a panty shot. I know I keep saying that, but boy, what the fuck, nigga? And this continues throughout the whole anime. Shiro is always getting panty shots or looted in some type of way, and this makes otherwise fire moments just weird as hell for no reason. And then the second half of the show, they always make a point like, oh, Sora and Shiro aren't related. Sora didn't meet Shiro until she was like 5 or some shit. That's not the main problem right now, Genki. This little nigga is the same age as Trey Young's jersey number. They keep saying this nigga Sora is so smart. Oh my god, he's such a genius. Oh yeah? Well, break out of this max security prison then, bitch ass nigga. You're done. The fan service hits every other female character as well, to a detrimental amount, I feel. Once again, I'm a Monogatari fan, bro. Trust me, I know how to delete the freak shit from my memory and enjoy the good parts. And look, I enjoy fan service. I'm not finna sit here and cap like, man, I hate boobs, man. I fucking hate titties, man. Quite the opposite, actually. This might come as a surprise, but I'm a big fan of mommy milkers. However, timing is key. A bad placed booty frame can kill the tension of a scene. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying No Game No Life should have no fan service, you feel me? Real shit, Jabril got me in the bed kicking my feet, feeling highly breedable. The shrine priestess Miko really had me up at 4 AM thinking, are furries really that bad? The problem is a lot of fan service is the classic anime shit, and it stifles the otherwise amazing pacing. Steph is mostly the target of this, and it's the usual, hey, don't look at me in the bath, or hey, don't take my panties and strip me without permission, or some other weird shit, and it's like, hey man, this ain't horny, this ain't sexy, this is illegal. Another issue I have with No Game No Life is the way that Sora and Shiro are too OP. This is one of the OG isekai, so the OP protag trope wasn't overplayed yet. But even still, throughout all of season 1, you always knew they were gonna win, which is fine. It's about the journey, not the destination, especially in these smart main character type of shows. But sometimes the wins feel way too ass pulley, bro. I'm talking like hitting a prostate deep, bro. Like that's like a real deal deep ass pull, bro. Like come on, you're bullshit. The tension of making them seem like they were gonna lose was played very well, so I believe it still works. But when everyone is cheating and still getting beasted by them, it's like, come on, bro, you're gassing it. In episode 6, there's a library that Sora wants to get into for research, but it's being guarded by a member of the race called the Flugel, aka an angel. Her name is Jabril, and she accepts Sora's challenge of a game. Then they begin to play the most intense word association game ever created, where what you say appears in front of you. Sora eventually outsmarts her by taking her to space and using scientific knowledge from Earth that ideally hasn't been learned on Discord yet. He gets Jabril to a point where she can't speak due to a lack of air. But she's an angel, so she just writes with her power. Then Sora pulls out a note he wrote down from earlier and summons a hypernova. damn. I know it's anime, suspension of disbelief and all that, and these niggas literally beat God at chess episode 1. So I know this is nitpicking, but it's just so fucking funny, bro. You're telling me a 6,000-year-old angel who's been living in a library for years got outsmarted by the top-ranked League of Legends player? You're bogus. Ain't no way, boy. I feel like a lot of shit that goes on in No Game No Life falls apart if you think about it for too long. But I'll admit, this is super nitpicking. You could say that about most shows. Episode 6 is still 100% the best part of the show, and most accurately represents what No Game No Life provides. Whole lot of smart shit, whole lot of knowledge, and a whole lot of pewter. I'm not saying it loses points because of these moments, because like I said, you could break down any anime like this if you wanted to, but a lot of the times where they were supposed to come out smart as fuck just came out funny as hell to me. No Game No Life originally came out in 2014, and the streets have been begging for a season 2 ever since. But now that it's been 9 years, the people have been losing hope. However, in 2017, No Game No Life 0 was released. While a lot of people have given up on the dream of season 2, I do believe it's still very possible now, especially considering how most of the issues holding it back have been resolved. The author and artist of the No Game No Life light novel, Yukamiya, was accused of plagiarizing many of his drawings for the series, which is funny as hell to look back on, cause like, bro, you thought you was finna get away with this? Nigga, that's the same picture. Turns out he wasn't tracing, it was just heavy duty reference. But this was eventually settled with Kamiya apologizing to the artist and compensating him. But the biggest reason for the delay, however, is most likely due to Kamiya's health issues. But he seems to be better recently. The light novel releases had a lot of time in between, but now these releases have become more frequent, and it's even getting promo again. So in my eyes, this series is definitely not dead. The recent illustrations are looking clean as hell, and with the light novel entering its final stages, while also coming back into the public eye, I do think that one day this shit might, maybe, possibly, perhaps make a comeback. I do actually think that once the light novel wraps up, the chances of a season 2 are way higher. But let's get back to the original purpose of this video. Is No Game No Life overrated? With it being the most popular isekai on my anime list and one of the most highly rated, does it deserve the hype? I mean, it's kind of mid, I'm not gonna lie, it's alright. By all anime standards, it's an extremely solid show with excellent visuals and world building. The side characters are arguably better than the main characters, but everyone works together to keep this anime entertaining from start to finish. Well, I'm not a fan of how Shiro was treated for a lot of this show, and some of the fan service is a bit distasteful. If you could look past it, we got a good ass piece of work. At the same time though, Sora and Shiro are so forgettable as protagonists to me that it's hard to have any real attachment to the anime. But by isekai standards, oh my goodness, this is easily 100% one of the GOATs. There are not too many isekai that are on the level of No Game No Life, and the ones that are, No Game No Life setting outclasses almost all of them. From a pure visual aspect, it probably has one of the strongest worlds in isekai. This shit looks beautiful and is extremely unique. I wouldn't be mad at a season 2. I would definitely watch season 2 if it came out, but am I losing sleep over it? Fuck no. I understand why people say this is like one of the greatest isekai of all time. I would say it's up there for sure, but is it one of the greatest anime of all time? Relax. But yeah, that's the video. I know a lot of y'all are gonna disagree with me on a lot of these points, but hey, that's the fun part, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's debate about it, bro. Hit me up in the comments. Enlighten me if you think I'm missing something, you know? I for sure did miss some shit. If there's something that you think was fire and adds a lot to the world that I just completely missed out on, you know what I'm saying? Tap in. For my light novel readers, does this shit get way better or is it more of the same? Let me know. And yeah, I hate to do this YouTuber ass shit, but please drop a sub if you fuck with the content. Ugly. We mad close to 1K, so you know what I'm saying? Please support the movement if you enjoyed the vidski, you feel me? Yo, so I've been working on this video for the past couple weeks, and in that time, that shit's already old, bro. We already hit the rack ski. I appreciate everyone that subbed. It's been, you know what I'm saying, coming back, fucking with the vids. That shit goes a long way, and I appreciate that for real. I appreciate all y'all. I appreciate everybody for real. Thank y'all for real. Thanks again to everyone that's been sticking around, rocking with the vids, you know what I'm saying? I've been trying to improve some aspects one by one, you know what I'm saying? So let me know if y'all fucking with the direction. Follow me on TikTok and Twitter at @space_man777_. But yeah, have a blessed day and deuces.